Alright, here we've got a selection of different bullets, and over here we've got some 30 caliber stuff, 7mm, 270, 243, 22, and then some pistol stuff. And you can see there's quite a difference between the bullets. And you know, even in their own class, 30 caliber, you know, you've got 150 grain up to 190 grain. And you know, same with the 7, 243, and everybody has their a little bit different design. But the main thing is they have to be aerodynamic, high ballistic coefficiencies that they fly very, very flat, and they're not as affected by the wind as, say, something like this, which is more like a Presto log flying through the air. When you look at the different bullets, they don't always put on the box what the bullet coefficient is, the BC, and sometimes they do. So with this 243, this is the brand new Hornady ELD match bullet, 108 grain. It says on here the twist rate is 1 1/8 twist or faster, and they give you the G1 BC and the G7 BC, which is very high. The Sierra 7mm here, they don't give you this data on this box. With the Berger bullets, they actually do, but it's on the front of the box here. And again, quite high BC bullets for the 6mm 105 grain. 7mm, 1 and 9.25, or I'm sorry, 1 and 9.5, very high BCs. These bullets are awesome. Now the Alco bullets, Alco was kind enough to send me a sample box, and they are, you know, these are incredible bullets. I do have some friends that shoot these, and they swear by them. I couldn't get these to group very well in my 7mm, but again, my 7mm is rather finicky. But these things they weigh out and measure out just awesome, and they're target rounds. But these have what they call a rebaited boat tail on some of these rounds, and what that does is it deflects the gases out of the barrel as the bullet is exiting the barrel. It deflects the gases a little bit different than a standard boat tail. Here's an example. So you've got some standard boat tails, and then you have a rebaited boat tail, and all of these work quite well, but the rebaited boat tail is, in my opinion, slightly better. So, but you also look at some of the where the ogive is. If you look here, this is a Sierra bullet. This is a Berger. This is a Berger bullet. This is Sierra, and this is a Hornady. Notice that where the ogive is, it's in a different location on each of these bullets. That in itself will drastically determine what the BC of the bullet is. How aerodynamic are these? How well do they fly through the air? And that also has a big play on wind. So I would recommend finding a bullet. Well, let me back up. First thing you have to do is find a bullet that shoots out of your gun. That's the biggest thing. If the bullet doesn't shoot good out of your gun, then I don't care how high the BCs are. I would love it, absolutely love it, if these Alcos would have shot out of my 7mm, and I'd love to try some in my 243. Those things, the BCs on these are super high. But I wind up shooting either the Berger or the AMAX bullets out of my 7 because the Sierras or the Alcos don't seem to group. However, that's absolutely not true with all guns. Like I said, I got a lot of friends that shoot both of these bullets here, the Sierras and the Alcos, and they shoot great. A lot of this is going to be some trial and error. You're just going to have to do a lot of testing and figure it out. So with my 243, I've got an 87 grain Sierra bullet here, and I've got an 87 grain Berger bullet here. And notice that they're both 87 grains, but there's quite a difference in, you know, one looks a little bit stubby and short and fat, and the other one here, you know, it's more sleek and aerodynamic. And then this here is 105 grain AMAX. Now, if we compare that to the new bullets, because the AMAX has been discontinued, we compare that to the 108 grain ELD. Again, they are a little bit different, even where the ogive is. They both have a boat tail. They both have the ballistic tips. What they were finding with the AMAX was the tips were melting in flight, so they came up with a new composite for the tip there. They are just super accurate. I couldn't be happier with these 108 grains. But what we want to do is you need to narrow down what you're going to shoot and the purpose behind your, you know, what you're shooting at and for, and you know, range and all that other stuff. If you're shooting long range at paper, the ELD match is perfect for that. If you're shooting long range at, let's say, an antelope or something, you want the ELD X. That's designed for hunting. So that's kind of the basis for the bullet selection. I would recommend doing a lot of research on this. Spend some time on it, read a lot of forums, and do a little bit more research. So just because you select a bullet that has a high BC doesn't mean obviously it's going to work out of your gun. There's a lot of things to play around with. There's the different powders, different seating depths, all kinds of stuff that you'll have to take into consideration. And one good thing is, you know, if you're cruising the internet, there are some things that are there are some forums out there that will tell you that, like for 7mm, some of the best powders out there are H1000 or Retumbo. That's pretty consistent. So you can start with that type of powder to start working up some charges, charge weights and things like that. Play around with the seating depths a little bit, back them off, move them forward, put them right up on the lands, things like that. So again, you'll have to do a lot of research on this. I highly recommend. This is not an area to skimp on. You really want to do as much research as you can. Read the forums, talk to people, read the books, and you'll come up with something that your gun is going to like. My gun likes Berger bullets. My 243 likes Berger bullets, and it likes Hornady bullets. It doesn't really care for Sierra bullets. In fact, my 7mm doesn't either. But I also have friends who can't shoot Bergers out of their guns. They can't get them to group. They've tried all kinds of different powder charges and seating depths, and they just won't shoot, but they'll shoot Sierras all day long. So it's kind of a trial and error thing with reloading. And I'm not saying that, you know, these guys go out, they shoot a 1 or 2 inch group, you know, and that's okay for 300-yard shots on a deer. That's fine. But when you're talking long range, you really want these bullets to print on paper about a 1/2 inch or less. 3/4 of an inch is okay, but you're kind of pushing the limits, because as you get out in range, those, you know, 1 inch here is 10 inches there. And, you know, are you going to be right 10 inches, left 10 inches? You know, where are you going to hit? You don't know. So if you take, you know, 1/4 inch group or a 1/2 inch group, you know, a 1/2 inch group at 100 yards is 6 inches at 1,000. So it's, you know, the probability of making that hit it drastically goes up the smaller you can get those groups. So bullet selection is going to play a big role in that, and testing and finding that perfect combination with the barrel harmonics and things like that that are perfect. And don't think you have to go out and shoot these bullets fast. You don't necessarily have to shoot them, you know, at the red line. There's no need for that. What you need to do is find the group that is the best group, and if you have to dial an extra minute or a couple mils or whatever, so that doesn't hurt anything. The bullet's still getting there, and it's getting there with energy. Enough to, of course, you want to make an ethical kill if you're hunting, but you know, you really want to pay attention to the group size so that you can be accurate and take those ethical shots at a distance. If that's what you're doing, if you're shooting at paper, it doesn't matter. You're either missing the paper or hitting the paper. It's fine either way. But again, if you want to hit the paper, get the group size down, which is kind of what this whole series is about, is getting that group size down so you can make those long range shots. So anyways, appreciate everybody watching, and share the video, subscribe, and we will continue on with our series. And I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're learning a lot. And if you have some comments, some questions, whatever, throw them in below, and I'll try to get everybody's stuff answered, and hopefully everybody's having a good time with this and really enjoying it. And it's a great hobby. So stay tuned, folks, and we'll be back soon.